Recession talk gets louder. We look at increasing your family's wealth, and we talk about real estate reality TV here on Will County's Real Estate Junkies. Well, a lot of things going on right now, and we're going to start off by talking about the recession, or recession as itself. Because is there a recession? What's going on? Is there one coming? Are we going to have one? Well, there's a bunch of surveys out that just came out, starting with the Wall Street Journal, surveyed economists, Paulson Economic Survey analysts, Duke Survey of CFOs, and the National Association of Business Economic Members. All these individuals were asked, when do you think there will be a recession? And when we look at all the data, most of it is pointing to 2019 and 2020. To make it really simple, we kind of combined all of these studies into one simple slide, as you see here. And most, when you're looking at this, about 67% think there'll be a recession in either 2019 or 2020. Okay. They think there's going to be a recession. But when we're looking at it when it comes to real estate, what's going to happen? Well, first, let's look at what is a recession. Okay? So a recession is a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industry activity are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in 2 consecutive quarters. So 2 quarters of negative GDP is the technical definition of a recession. Nothing in that definition talks about housing. There's nothing in there. So that is the first thing you want to look at. After the Great Recession in 2008, they went back and they did a study about 2018, and Ben Bernanke came out and said, "My results do suggest that in the absence of panic, the declines in unemployment, consumption, and output in the early stages of the Great Recession would have been significantly less severe." The absence of panic, the absence of fear. That's what they're talking about. So if there was no fear, the Great Recession may not have been as bad as it was, but with the fear and everything going on, it snowballed so quick and so fast. Now, part of it had to do with the Great Recession was due to real estate. But historically speaking, 3 of the last 5 recessions did not impact home pricing at all. We actually saw gains. When you look at this CoreLogic index, home price in 1980, 81, and 2001, we saw gains in real estate. Even in 1991's recession, the reduction in housing price was very, very minute, 1.9%. And that's a national average. That's not taking into consideration local markets. Yes, 2008, because the crash was due to housing and the recession was because of housing, on national average, we lost 19.7% of value. I saw personally areas in the local market where we had a loss of value in some neighborhoods of 20, 30, 40, even 50%. I remember I had a property that was for sale in one neighborhood for $420,000, and 2 years later that same neighborhood, was listing houses at $250,000. What does this mean? Well, the big thing is a recession is not tied to a housing crash. One does not necessarily have anything to do with the other. Now, yes, a housing crash would cause a recession, but not necessarily would a recession cause a housing crash. And then when you look at the home price expectation survey that just came out in the second quarter of 2019, the projected mean price appreciation has us going up in value. CoreLogic's principal economist, Molly Basil, reported that home price appreciation slowing trend has stopped from the month-to-month comparison when you look at June of 2019 and May of 2019. The home price increase had kept decreasing month over month since May of 2018, but the new number coming out for June 19 shows an unchanged number from the previous month. Lack of carpenters, plumbers, and electricians is one more thing still affecting home affordability from the National Association of Builders. The NAHB says labor and subcontractor shortages remain widespread, putting undue pressure on upward price movements for homes. More than 80% of builders reported having trouble finding framing crews, and the NAHB reports housing starts are still not fully recovered from their historical lows from 2009 to 2011. Department of Housing and Urban Development has new rules for condo associations. Financing will open up via FHA under these new rules, giving individuals the opportunity to buy property that used to formerly have to be FHA approved. The new rules are still being worked out, but a lot of red tape and regulations are being removed and moving condo properties from what was once seen as multifamily to now single-family dwellings. This will open up lots of opportunities for financing and give individuals an opportunity to purchase property and address affordability issues, seeing that nationally, condo prices trail single-family homes by around 25%. Increasing your family's net worth? Well, buy a home. The Federal Reserve conducted a survey of consumer finance and collected data between the years of 2013 and 2016, and once again came across some revealing information. The study revealed the median net worth of a homeowner is $231,000, a 15% increase from 2013 to 2016. At the same time, the median net worth of renters decreased by 5% to $5,200 from $5,500 in 2013. This goes with the trend that we've seen from the last 6 years, according to the Gallup survey, saying that most individuals find real estate as the best finance investment they have available. 35% saw real estate, according to Gallup, as their best option versus 27% for stocks, 15% for a savings account, and 14% for gold. All right, here's your market update. Today we're going to do Crest Hill and Romeoville, so let's get right into it. Looking at Crest Hill, the average sales price for Crest Hill is $175,035. So that is an average sales price. That price is on single family, and that is down 0.1%. I would really say no change in the market. Because you could have one in 2019 or 2018, and it's a trailing 12-month number. You really could have just one property that threw that number up or down. So really there's no change in the market when we're looking at the average sales price. The median market time, now the number percentage-wise looks huge. There's a 17.6% increase in market time. It went up 3 days. These numbers are so low due to the lack of inventory. Last year you were at 17 days, down from 27 days. Now you're at 20 days, up from 17 days. So again, lack of inventory, and these numbers are so low when you're looking at market time that what's going on is really, really showing a couple day change is going to look dramatic when it comes to percentages in the numbers. Month supply, these are all July numbers, keep in mind, month supply is up 37.5%. That is up to 2.2 months supply of inventory from 1.6 months. And this is, I think, the biggest indicator when it comes to price when you're looking at Crust Hill. And we're going to see it, I think, similar to Romeoville too when we get to their numbers, is there's an 8% increase in price per square foot in Crust Hill from $122 for 2019, where last year it was at $113. So we've seen some steady growth price per square foot. I think that's kind of an averaging out when you're looking all the single family properties that are there in Crust Hill. It kind of, from the years and the different types and this and that, it's kind of like something that neutralizes the market and gives you at least a good idea. Prices are still continuing to rise in Crust Hill. So let's move on to Romeoville. So market update for Romeoville, we are looking at an average sales price for single family at $188,000. That is up 1.7% from last year of $184,900. The average market time is at 51 days. That is an increase of 4.1%. Last year you were at 49 days. So you see 4-day shift here, it's only up 4%, where a 3-day shift, because the market was selling so rapidly in Crust Hill, has a very, very dramatic effect in the percentages. Month supply, we're at 2.4%, or 2.4 months of supply for single family housing. That is up 26.3% from last year, which is 1.9 months of supply of housing. So houses continue to sell very rapidly in Romeoville. And similar to Crust Hill, we're seeing 7.6% when it comes to an increase in price per square foot, up to $127 per square foot from $118 last year in 2018. So there's your market update for Crust Hill and Romeoville. Don't forget, shoot me a message, send me an email, or put it in the comments on what town you would like me to give a market update on next. All right, so for my favorite segment, I've been waiting for this one, real estate reality TV myths. And I know we all watch these shows and a lot of people think, oh, we're supposed to be just like television. It's nothing like TV. It really isn't. And we'll get into some of that right now. First myth, buyers look at 3 homes and decide to purchase one of them. No. Most buyers, according to the National Association of Realtors, look at an average of 10 homes. I've showed 10, 20 houses on average. I had one buyer that I ended up actually over a 2-year period show 200 houses, my sister. And I love her, what can I say? What else do you do for your sister? It happens. We couldn't find the right property. You know, you don't necessarily see the layouts online because not all the agents are putting up a layout of the property. Bathrooms were always in a wrong spot for her. And you go out, you look at the properties, and you're going to find the right one. And I tell my clients all the time, you know what the right house is the second you walk in the door. You just know. There's nothing. You know when you walk in. So the house the buyers are touring is still for sale. No, it's not. The buyers have already either made the offer, got it accepted, and are through contingencies most likely, or I've even heard some stories where they've already closed on the property. That's right, they probably closed within 3 to 6 months ago. And the other fun fact I've heard is the other properties that they're looking at could be houses of friends of theirs. So the producers will take their friends, put them up in a hotel, move out all their stuff, restage the house with different furniture and stuff, and then they go in as if they're gonna buy this house. I love this wall, or they don't. And when you see the friends on the show helping them along through the process, those are the ones that are probably staying in a hotel for the weekend too. So the buyer have not made the purchase decision yet. Well, we talked about it. It's a 30-minute show. There's no way you can get there and have a film crew that are usually filming this within a two week, maybe 3 weeks, getting all their shots in that. Some cases it might be 3 days. You can get that done in that time frame when most transactions take 30 to 60 days to close. So they've already made that decision, and they already probably have the keys in their hand. Fourth myth, if you list your home to sell, it will always sell at an open house. No. Most houses don't sell at open houses from my experience. Most houses that are on the market for sale are properties that will sell when the buyer brings their broker through on a private tour. So keep that in mind. From the numbers I've heard spit out, but never actually seen actual data, you look at all of the open houses that are done, only less than 2% of them lead to the actual sale of the property. So there's a lot of open houses that are there to inform the buyer, get the buyer in, but it's usually not what gets the buyer to buy the house. So, and last but not least, the owners of the property have a 5-minute conversation to sell the property. No, this is not a 5-minute conversation. Buying a house is one of the top 5 stresses in life. So don't think, oh, well, we should be able to make this decision in 5 minutes because they did it on TV. Absolutely not. Sit back, relax, get the data, work with your local broker, find out what information they have, and they're going to help you through the process of buying and selling. Work with them. That's what they're there for. They are your resource, and don't think you need to make this decision in 5 minutes. Today may be a good time for you to sell, or it might be 5 days from now or 5 years from now. Who knows? You are the only one that truly knows when it comes to buying or selling real estate. Have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, etc., etc., etc. Have a good one.